did not lose Travis Kelce. They still got Pat Mahomes, and they still got Andy Reid. And as long as you got those three people, you have a solid engine with a little bit of rust on the frame and a little bit of rust on. Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, the best sports podcast there is, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Now, look, man, we got predictions today that for the week one. Now, we already seen what happened on Thursday Night Football with the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. That game was a beatdown. I mean, I didn't expect it. Maybe you did, but I definitely did not expect the Rams to come out and just lay down like that. But credit to the Bills because they did look like a very, very dominant team. But we got to predict the rest of these teams. And this is something we're going to try and give to you guys on a weekly basis through the NFL. It's just a prediction. And then on our week's episode, we'll talk about the prediction and how correct we were. Because, you know, I'm not getting anything wrong on here. But I do have to say, before I mention anything about predictions, let me just go ahead and mention this right now. These are not parlay suggestions or advice, recommendations. Any suggestions are not meant for betting on games. This is solely for the purpose of fun, entertainment, and humor. So these are not parlay suggestions. One more time, are not parlay suggestions. Any suggestions that I make is not meant for any advice or meant for any betting on games. This is solely for the purpose of fun, entertainment, and humor. Let me get that out the way. All right, now look, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up, man, because this is NFL. This is NFL. I need something just a little bit, I'm so happy the NFL is back, by the way. Man, felt so great to watch football. I wish I could have watched a better game for Thursday Night Football, but I'll take it. The Bills had to carry that week, so I'll take it. All right, so look, man. So for the predictions of week one, and this is real simple, real short. We'll touch on the correct ones. So my predictions, I'll start off from the top to the bottom, and I'll go back to a couple games that have an asterisk next to it and explain why it has that asterisk next to it. So the first game, Eagles and the Lions. You know I'm not going for Detroit. I mean, it would be nice after seeing them on Hard Knocks, but the Eagles are winning that game. Saints and Falcons, we're going with the Saints. As much as I want the Falcons to win, as much as I really, really want the Falcons to win, it's probably not going to happen. It's very unlikely because the Saints are a great team. You move on, 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Damn sure not going with the Bears as bad as they look. But yeah, 49ers, we'll go with the 49ers to take that, even though it is at Soldier Field. Steelers and the Bengals, we rolling with the Bengals. The Bengals, I believe in Joe Burrow. Once again, I'm believing in that man. All right, and the Patriots and the Dolphins. This team here, going with the Dolphins. It's a divisional matchup, but we're going with the Dolphins for sure. Riding out with the Dolphins to take this. Then you got the Ravens and the Jets. Of course, we're going with Lamar Jackson out there all the way in Baltimore. So, okay, we'll call it with that. The Jaguars and the Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, if you haven't heard that by now. But we're going to go with the Commanders, man, because they're at home. And, you know, I think Carson Wentz is actually going to shake something up. Now, a few more teams we'll get through, and then we'll touch on some more. So, we got the Cleveland Browns and the Panthers, rocking with the Panthers to take the dub. The Colts and the Texans, rocking with the Colts to take the dub. The Packers and the Vikings, rocking with the Packers to get the win for this week. But it is going to be a good game. That game has an asterisk next to it, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Chiefs and the Cardinals. Another asterisk next to this game, but we're going with the Chiefs. Man, I know my guy Boots will be so proud of me right now. Okay, all right, almost done. Hang in there with me. The Raiders and Chargers, another asterisk next to this game, but we're going with the Raiders here. Buccaneers and Cowboys. It's not a day in the world that I think I'll actually cheer for the Cowboys. So, Buccaneers, Tom Brady is taking this win. And for Monday Night Football, we are done. The last game for this week one on Monday Night Football. The Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. We're going with the Seahawks. Correction here, we're going with the Broncos. I meant the Broncos. I don't know how I ended up saying the Seahawks, but all right, man, I needed that. All right, cool. We got the NFL tone set here. This is what I like. All right, so let's kill it. And let's touch on these asterisk games really quick, just so you guys can kind of know what I'm talking about. And this is what I mean by these asterisk games. So I mentioned the Chargers have an asterisk next to their game playing against the Raiders, and also the Chiefs and Cardinals. They have an asterisk next to their game. And last, the Packers and the Vikings. So the asterisk just pretty much mean this is the game to watch. These games are going to be games I'm particularly going to watch. Now, obviously, you're a fan of your team, so you're going to do what you want to do in watching these teams. But I'm going to watch these Chargers, Chiefs, and Cardinals, and also the Packers and Vikings if I can, if I have the time to do so. So we'll do that. But to touch on the Raiders first, man, the Raiders and the Chargers, it's a divisional matchup, and it's going to be great because both teams, they made a lot of changes in the offseason. But this game is going to be 100% solid. It's definitely something to watch on my radar. But the Raiders, they did sneak out a win last year against the Chargers, 35-32. When they played. But here's the thing about that. The Raiders were at home last time they played. And also both of these teams elevated so much better than what they were from last year. So that's huge. Something to be kind of focused on and pay attention to if you are going to watch this game with me is the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert. We know he's good. We've seen glimpses of him being a great quarterback. Now it's just the toll of he's going into his third year, and can he actually make this offense shake? Can he rock something with this offense, make sure they're going to actually go down, score the ball, protect the ball, and play the clock right, make great decisions, all of those type of things. That's the kind of thing we're going to expect from them. Because the Chargers, their defensive line is solid. Their defense is pretty much well-rounded as well. I guess I can give them that, but especially the defensive line. You got Khalil Mack and you got Joey Bosa on the edge. Those two guys are letting loose on the edge. So they're going to hold it down for the defensive line and pretty much the run stoppers and stuff like that. So, they can probably get to the quarterback. The only thing is Derek Carr is a damn good quarterback. Just to briefly touch on that, Derek Carr is a damn good quarterback. The Raiders, they also made a lot of changes in the offseason. New coaching, new offensive guys, got a little bit of defensive pieces as well. So, I think that's all they've been missing for some time, especially when we talk about Derek Carr. When we focus on Derek Carr, I like to say that, he was kind of in a similar situation as Matthew Stafford before he left. Because Stafford, he was a great quarterback. He always been a skillful quarterback, but he just didn't have the team there. He didn't have the pieces. He didn't have the defense to actually pull through these games where he might have thrown for great yards and thrown for great receptions and had a great completion percentage and all of those type of things. So, I kind of feel like Derek Carr is a similar situation because now he has those tools. So I think he's going to have a great season. And I'm picking the Raiders for week 1 here against the Chargers, even though it is in LA. All right, now I put the Chiefs here with an asterisk next to it. The Chiefs and the Cardinals was the game I had next to it as well. This game here is going to be solid, and I think the Chiefs are going to take it. A couple reasons here. The Chiefs, they're 8-1 under Andy Reid in season openers. And I'm pretty sure Andy Reid is going to go on to be 9-1 in these season openers because the Chiefs, the biggest concern with them is obviously they lost Tyreek Hill. He's a huge factor. They did not lose Travis Kelce. They still got Pat Mahomes, and they still got Andy Reid. And as long as you got those three people, you have a solid engine with a little bit of rust on the frame and a little bit of rust on the outside passenger door. That's about it. But other than that, your vehicle is still nice. So the Chiefs, I think they're going to take this. Yes, the Cardinals are good. They have a nice offense. But DeAndre Hopkins is sitting out this week because of that suspension. I think it was the policy abuse. So that's definitely going to be a loss for them. But they still have a nice offensive weapon. And other than those two things, the biggest concern for the Chiefs here is that they have a lot of young guys in that backfield with the safety. They have a veteran presence too in Justin Reid. But other than that, they got some young guys at the corner and they got some young guys at some pivotal positions. So that's probably the biggest concern with the Chiefs. I think they will overcome it, especially because they have a veteran presence pretty much leading that defense right there in Justin Reid. So I think that's going to be dope with them. And the last game here, and again, too, I mentioned I'm taking the Chiefs. Taking the Chiefs, even though it's in Arizona. Woo. Hey, I'm risky. I'm risky right now. And whew, man, I'm risky because I'm picking these away teams, but I think they got it. We're going to touch on it. I'm going to be right. But the last team here, man, the last team to let you guys go and wrap it up afterward is the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this is a divisional game, and pretty much damn near the only two good teams in this division of the NFC North. Because the Lions aren't going to do anything and the Bears aren't going to do anything. But I picked the Packers to be on top just for the fact that I'm not going against Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm not. I get it. I know Aaron Rodgers took a big hit losing Devontae Adams, and you know his team is not exactly where they would want it to be. But I'm pretty sure. I'm just confident rolling with Aaron Rodgers. But this game kind of sticks out to me because it is a divisional rivalry. And pretty much they're the only two good teams in this division. Now, I just don't think the Vikings can do it. It's going to be a good game. I'm hoping to see a good game, though. And that's why I ultimately had the asterisk next to it. So I will be keeping my eyes out on this game as well to see what happens. But anyway, man, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of week 1 and my predictions. We will touch back on my predictions as well. So if you're checking this out, you got to make sure you tap back into the next episode because you'll hear me gloat about how much I was right, hopefully. But anyway, man, this is going to be fun. I'm going to figure out a way where you guys can join the fun, but I'll try and bring this back week after week. That way we can kind of keep something going and I'll be able to brag, obviously. I would love that. But hopefully that's cool. But anyway, look, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at The Run Podcast. And you can follow my personal page as well at I am Manny Wilson. But until then, we will be back later on next week. And so on and so on and so on.